Is she sound from hell? Hey, everybody. What's going on? Happy Thursday, everybody. Look, y'all, I was having a hard time getting on this damn computer today. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I bought a new one, and that one acting up. I got to get it together. But before we get into it, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure it says all so that when I go live, you'll get notified. Okay? Listen, we're going to go into a deep topic today. And I'm quite sure that some of the things that I say, I hope people don't get offended. Okay? If it don't apply, let it fly. But we're going to talk about it. Before we go into it, though, Montgomery Pets will be open tomorrow. It's a pet store. Yes, it's a pet store. It's called Montgomery Pets. That's who's sponsoring this video. Montgomery Pets. Yes, anything that you need for your pet, you can get it. Okay? Clothes, coats. You know how some of y'all treat y'all pets. You know, I got a pet too. I got a cat, and I treat my cat like he's part of the family. Okay? And so yes, you can get anything that you need for your pet. We have stuff for all, different kind of animals: dogs, cats, rabbits. Oh my goodness, there's so much stuff on there. But go check them out. Whatever you need, it's reasonable depending on what you're getting, and go check it out. So, with that being said, let's get into it. I want to talk about self-love, okay? Lacking self-love. A lot of us lack self-love, but we don't want to own up to it, okay? We get comfortable. And, when we get into a place, into certain positions, we get comfortable with being there, right? And so, once we get comfortable, we don't really think about anything else. Long as we think we are right. But a lot of us are lacking self-love. We really are. And some of us don't even recognize that we are lacking self-love. And when you don't have it, it does a lot of damage to you. Okay? Because it's when you lacking it, it's certain things that you allow people to do to you that you shouldn't. You let people do things to you that you shouldn't let them do to you. But you do it because you're lacking self-love. You lacking that. And that's why these things happen. So we're going to talk about it, but we're going to go a little deep with it. Now, some people, how can I put this? Some people, let me do it like this. Let me use an example first. Sometimes, say for instance, I get with somebody, right? I meet somebody and they treat me nice, right? They really do. They treat me nice. They take me out, on dates and different things like that, right? But I'm uncomfortable with this person. This person makes me uncomfortable. And the reason why is because he's treating me good. Now, I know some of y'all can relate. He's treating me good or she's treating me good. And I don't know how to accept that because I'm lacking self-love. See how self-love play a deep part in you? See why it's so important to have self-love? Because now that I have met somebody who's treating me good, this is just an example. Now that I have met someone who's treating me good, right? Oh, come on. Why is my thing free? Okay, there we go. Now that I have Ty, hey, how you feeling? How you feeling, Ty? I hope you're feeling well. Good to see you. I'm glad you came here with me and tuned into me. Thank you so much. Um, but when you this is just an example. Okay, I meet somebody and they they treat me good, right? Taking me out on dates and stuff, just treat me so well. But now I'm uncomfortable. I'm ready to get rid of him because I'm uncomfortable, right? Because he's treating me so good. And I don't know how to accept that. I don't know how to deal with that. That's because I'm lacking self-love. I'm lacking self-love for myself. See, self-love go hand in hand with that. Like, how can I accept someone loving me and treat me right when I don't love and treat myself right? You see what I'm saying? And so some of us go through it. Some of y'all go through that. And you don't want to recognize that that's what it's got something to do with, that you're lacking self-love. Okay? Some of you meet people that treat you right, that treat you good, that's genuine to you, you know? Yeah, and because you lack in self-love, you are uncomfortable with that person treating you good because you've never had it. You've never had it, and you lacking it for yourself. You understand what I'm saying? I'm feeling about the same. I'm over my niece, Marika's house. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're up and about. You moving around. That's a good thing. And I hope you continue to get better. Excuse me. And so yeah, you know, uh I lost my thought for a minute, y'all. Oh, okay. So yeah, you don't know how, oh my goodness, why is my computer acting up? The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. My computer been acting up. I've been trying to get on here for a minute. But you're lacking self-love, and that's why you can't embrace it. That's why when you meet somebody and they treating you right, they treating you good, taking you out on little dates and stuff, being really good to you, it makes you uncomfortable because you don't have self-love, first of all. And then on top of that, you're not used to embracing someone who know how to treat you. You got to know how to treat yourself in order to know, you got to know how to treat yourself before you can be able to accept someone treating you good. You understand what I'm saying? And so I don't know why my computer acting up, but it is. And so yeah, and so I want to go on a deeper level with this because lacking self-love plays a major part in our lives. And a lot of us don't even realize it, right? A lot of us make decisions and choices because we are lacking self-love. We make bad choices and decisions because we lack in self-love. We don't have that self-love for ourselves. And when you don't have it, it causes you to make bad choices and decisions. Let me give you another example. Say, for instance, I go out here and I'm a person who's lacking self-love, okay? And I go out here, but every time I meet somebody, I end up meeting somebody who is, you know, who treat me, who disrespects me and talk to me any kind of way and things like that, right? But I accept that. I accept it. You know why I accept it? Because I'm lacking self-love for myself. And so that's why I accept another person treat me disrespecting me and stuff and not treating me right. I accept that because I don't have self-love for myself. You see what I'm saying? Tari say to anyone watching this video, Miss Lisa has a series of videos on self-hate. The thing they stopped, wait a minute, the thing that stopped the people on panel from hitting themselves was finding and listening to the great Lord. That's right. That's right, Tari. And so, you gotta we need to become familiar with that, having that self-love, because that affects a lot of things in your life that people don't realize, you know. When you're lacking self-love, guess what? It's hard for you to be in a friendship with someone when you're lacking self-love. Can you believe that? It's true. It's true. Say for instance, well, it just happened to me not too long ago. Someone just turned on me in a blink of an eye. Just turned on me because this is how I'm looking at it. They lack in self-love. They not used to someone, treating them with respect, treating them nice. They don't know how to people don't know how to embrace that, especially when you lack in self-love. You don't know how to embrace those type of things because you've never had it. You've never had it. So then when you do meet somebody who is willing to be nice to you, treat you nice, respect you and everything, you find something wrong with it. You pick it apart until you find something wrong with it. You see what I'm saying? You pick it apart until you find something wrong with it. And then you make it something that it's not. You try to make things be something that it's not, right? Because you're not used to somebody embracing you, respecting you, showing you love, right? You're not used to it. So when you do get it, you're not familiar with it, and it makes you very uncomfortable. Jesus Christ, the great Lord Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. The thing that made that panel successful was Miss Lisa listened to how each individual learned to stop hating themselves. Miss Lisa doesn't talk about just a problem. She helped to bring solutions to the table. I was a member of the panel on that series of self-hate videos. Thank you, Tari. Yup, I sure did. I had forgot about that. I done did so many videos. I sure did. Yup. But yes, that's a big problem that we have. It really is. That's a real big problem that a lot of us have. Wait a minute, y'all. Trying to fix my chair. That we lack self-love. We don't have it. We got so much self-hate going on. And when you find decent people who willing to treat you nicely, people that respect you, it makes you very uncomfortable because you can't identify with it. You can't identify with it because you're lacking self-love. And see, when you lacking self-love, you don't understand a person showing you real love, being genuine to you. You're not used to that. A person loving on you. It makes you very uncomfortable. It makes you feel out of place. And that's just the facts. And we have to work on ourselves. See, that's a problem too. A lot of people don't want to do. People don't want to do the self-work. Don't want to do the self-work. You don't want to hear what nobody got to say because let's be clear. Some of y'all think you know everything. You don't know when to be quiet and listen. And that's the only way you're going to learn something, if you learn how to be quiet and take in what somebody's saying to you. But a lot of people don't want to do that. And I'm talking about man and woman. Okay? I'm talking about everybody as a people. You have some people that are, I'm talking about male or female, because you have males and females. Some of you are the same way. You don't want to hear nothing. You don't want nobody telling you nothing. You think you know it all. And that's where you lose out at, is when you start thinking you know everything. Nobody knows everything. And when you don't listen, right? When you don't listen, you can't, how you going to learn if you don't listen? You can't learn anything if you don't listen. And that's just facts. You cannot learn something if you don't listen. You know? Tari said, we must remember self-hate is something that we didn't come out of the womb. We didn't come out of the womb knowing. Self-hate is something that we learn by listening to other people's opinions about us. Tari also said, we must remember to learn to worship the blesser and not the blessing. That's right. That's right, Tari. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. And a lot of times, that's right. Some of the self-hate come from, that's right, listening to other people's opinions about you. And it comes from the way people treat you. Okay? Because sometimes self-hate can happen when you are, say you're a child, when you're coming up, and your mother or father treat you a certain kind of way. Right? Self-hate can start there too. When you're a child and your mother and father did certain things to you that made you feel uncomfortable or out of place. Self-hate kicks in then too. But as you get older, once you become an adult, you have to accept those things for what they are, and you have to change them. You don't have to hold on to that stuff. You can address it and address the problem and do something about it. But see, a lot of us don't do that. We want to overlook stuff, act like it's not there. But the way you act, the things that you do to other people, the way you talk, it tells a story about you. Believe me, it does. It does. If you're walking around all the time and you got an attitude, and when you talk to people, you got a nasty attitude when you talk to people and stuff, that tells a story about who you are as a person. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That lets people know, it's something going on with her, because her attitude is funky. She got a funky attitude, or she got a nasty disposition. Oh yeah. It tells a story about you. You tell on yourself. They may not know exactly what it is, but they know that it's something wrong with you. It's something going on with you. That that your attitude is so nasty. So people pick up on stuff, believe that. And you be showing it by you putting it out there, by you acting the way you act and treating people the way you treat people. It lets you know who you are as a person. So I said, we must remember, learn to be the shepherd of your life. Don't let someone else make you the sheep of your life. Exactly. Yup. And we gotta learn, to do those type of things. But when you take charge, right? When you take charge of your life and you start writing down what's really going on with you and identifying it and doing something about it, let me tell you something. You can make change. I did it because after I stopped using, my self-esteem was low, my self-confidence was low, I was lacking self-love and all that, right? But when I After I got clean, I decided that I wanted to, be better. Once I seen I was able to get clean and stay clean, then I wanted to move on and do better, become better. Not bitter, but better. My boy Terry told me that. And so, yeah. So that's what I started doing. But that's what I'm saying. You got to make up in your mind that's what you want to do. Because a person can give information, but if you don't use it, what's the point? What is it going to do for you if you don't take heed to it? And that's the problem with a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to hear what nobody got to say. They just want to do what they doing, and they want to block everything else out. And then you wonder why your life is the way it is. That's because you don't want to hear nothing. Or when somebody trying to say something to you, you want to act like they attacking you, right? And it doesn't have anything to do with nobody attacking you. People be trying to give you information that can help you, right? But if you take everything as an attack, you ain't gonna never get help. You will never be able to get help. Because when you go to the therapist and the therapist is talking to you, how the therapist gonna be able to help you if she can't get you to listen? That's with anything. You have to start listening and take heed to what somebody's saying. Stop looking at everything as though somebody's attacking you. Stop looking at things like that, like somebody's attacking you. Nobody's attacking you. People is be trying to give you information that can help you. Now, if it don't apply to you, then hey, leave it where it's at. But I see so many people like that. Don't want to hear nothing. You can't tell them nothing. And then as this, but when somebody was trying to tell you something, somebody was trying to talk to you and give you some good information, you didn't want to hear it. Because that's how I am. If I see you don't want to listen, I holler. I ain't forcing nothing on nobody. Believe me, I ain't here to do that. Because where you got some that won't listen, you got some that will, that want to make that change in their life. You understand? And those are the people I deal with. I ain't got time. If you don't want to hear it, I holler at you. Go on about your business. I ain't gonna hold you up. Because I'm not gonna waste your time, and I'm not gonna let you waste my time. Simple as that. You gotta want to change. Can't nobody change you. You gotta want to change. And you can't be acting like you changing for somebody else, right? Some man been some man come along, he been dicking you down, and now you want to change and become this person because he's there. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It don't. And vice versa. Even if it's a man, that's the met a woman or whatever. And now he want to act like he didn't change because this woman is around. It doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. You got to want to change for you. Simple as that. If you don't want to change for you, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Tari said communication is a two-way street, not a one-way road. Communication consists of speaking, but more importantly, listening. That's right. That's right. You got to be willing to listen to what somebody telling you in order for you to, first of all, catch on. In order for you to figure out what's going on with you, you got to be willing to listen and take heed to what somebody's telling you. But I noticed this day and time, a lot of people don't want to hear shit. They know it all. You can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them shit. And I noticed even on here, right? A few people that I look at that be doing things to help people. You know what I mean? They even get attacked sometimes. They get attacked because, you know, they be talking about different things, trying to help people, trying to give people information to help them. And they get attacked sometimes for that. And my thing is, they do just like I do. They when they talking about something, they don't call out nobody's name. They just be talking about different topics, right? But for some reason, you know, when you're talking about something, and I know y'all heard the saying, a hit dog will holler. I know y'all heard that saying. That's what the problem be. The things that she be talking about, some people get offended. Instead of listening and taking heed to it, because what a person's saying, they didn't call your name, so they not talking directly to you. But instead of taking heed and saying, damn, because I done heard people say some stuff and I say, damn, sound like they talking to me. Because what they were saying, I can relate to. It sounded like they was describing me. You know, I didn't get offended. I didn't attack that person. I took heed to it. I took heed to it. I did some work on myself and I changed it. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop doing that. We got to stop being so getting so offensive and being so sensitive about stuff. You know what I'm saying? We do. Because if every little thing you're going to get offended about, or you're going to want to attack somebody because they said it, you ain't going to never change. You ain't going to never change. Because you need to be told what's going on. You need to be told the truth. Let's start there. You need to be told the truth. Not somebody telling you what you want to hear. Not somebody blowing smoke up your ass. You need to be told the truth. That's what makes a person change and evolve. Because truth, facing facts, dealing with the truth, that's what makes you become better. But some people, for whatever the reason, they can't accept it. Sorry, say to anyone watching this video, Miss Lisa isn't blowing smoke. In the time I've known Miss Lisa, she has grown tremendously. She has become a more loving and genuine person. I love receiving her genuine virtual hugs and kisses. Thank you, Tari. Thank you so much. And I enjoy having you here. I really do. Thank you so much. But yeah, we do. We got to get to a place where as though we want to do better. See, at the end of the day, it's all up to you. It really is. I can't make you do it. Your mom can't make you do it. Your dad can't make you do it. Your sisters and brothers can't make you do it. At the end of the day, it's all up to you and what you want to do with yourself, right? Let me tell you something. And I ain't ashamed to say this. I'm 52, right? And excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. I'm 52. And believe it or not, I'm just finding out my calling. Okay? I'm just finding out what I'm passionate about. You know? I'm not ashamed of that because guess what? I'd rather know now than to have never known. So me being able to sort these things out like this lets me know that I am changing. I am getting better. Right? I'm getting better and better as time goes on. And it's a good feeling. Not only is it a good feeling, it's a how can I explain it? It's a it's a wake up call. I guess that's how I want to put it. No, not necessarily a wake up call, but it's my time is here. My time is coming. You know how you be doing stuff and sometimes you set back and you be like, man, should I really do this? Is this going, when is this going to happen for me? You know, but guess what? It's here. Things are getting ready to shift in my life. I can feel it. I can feel it. Things are really getting ready to shift in a good way. And let me tell you something. As long as you're living, oh, excuse me, y'all. This is my son. Wait. I'm back. Listen, and so let me tell you something. Don't ever feel like it's too late. Let me say that again. Don't ever feel like it's too late. I don't care how old you are. Always make sure that you keep learning and evolving, right? Because things could happen for you at any given moment, okay? Depending on how you live your life and your mindset, things can happen at any given moment. Never feel like it's too late, okay? I look at things like this. As long as God wake me up in the morning, I got another chance. I got another chance to do something different. I got another chance to work on the vision that I have. And see, this is how I think. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. Okay? As long as the God keep breath in my body and keep me motivated, I'm not going to stop. And even some days when I'm not motivated, I push myself to do something anyway. But don't never look at things as though it's too late or you too old. Oh, I'm too old to do that. Or I'm too old to do this. No, I don't look at things like that. I'm telling you, my time is coming. My time is here. Okay. I figured out what my calling is. I done connected with some people that's going places where I want to go, doing some things that I want to do. And like this internet thing, I've been trying to feel, this internet thing was new for me when I first came on here. And so I knew about computers and, that they existed and all that, but I wasn't into it like everybody else. This wasn't no everyday thing for me and stuff like that. And then one day, my daughter, she had made her YouTube channel and doing her little thing. And so I said, I was sitting here one day and I wasn't working. So I said, I wonder if I can go in there and, start me something up where I can, do something, make me little, some little change or something. And so I did. I started my channel and just doing videos. I didn't know a whole lot about it, but just doing videos and stuff. And then I noticed that I ain't gonna be on here doing no videos and stuff, and I ain't making no money. Now I got to do something to make me some money. So I started fishing around, and stuff. I had took a few webinars. I ran into some webinars and some classes and stuff that I took, but it wasn't quite what I wanted. I got some information from it, but it still wasn't what I wanted to do, right? And I kept fishing around. Well, finally, I found some people that's in business. And believe it or not, a lot of them are recovering addicts. My kind of people. You know what I mean? But seriously, like a lot of them are recovering addicts. it kind of made me feel at home, if that makes sense, right? Because finally I found some people that's trying to do some things that I want to do. They, he's very successful at it. And shit, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't trying to charge me an arm and a leg. He wasn't trying to break me, you know. But hey, I felt right at home. I really did. Um, and it's the first time I met people like that. And what I'm saying, like the other people were nice, but it's just something about it just didn't feel right. I can't explain it to y'all, but it was just something about it that didn't feel right for me, right? And so, excuse me, y'all. And so I would take the class and write down information and stuff, but I would keep it moving because it just wasn't something that I wanted to do. I knew what my calling was. I put my vision down, right? I got my vision together and I knew what I was looking for. And I knew when I found it, I was going to know that this is it, right? And so when I found the group, when I found the guy and everything, yeah, 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 that's it. That's it right there. And so some things just are shifting, and they shifting kind of fast, right? So yeah, because I want to be in a place where as though I can help people and change the world, right? I don't want to be just somebody making money. You know what I mean? I want to be somebody that's really helping my people, and I'm changing the world. You know, that's what I want to do, and that's my calling. What dealing with the inner self, talking the self love and things like that. I love it. I love it. I got a passion for it, and the way uh the way I'm getting things set up and everything, I'll be able to help people in groups or one on one, you know, and really help them. Like I say, I don't knock people that read books and do things, right? Because you can learn like that from reading a book and doing what you read. But I have walked the walk. I did work on myself for me to become who I am today, right? And so it works. The remedy that I have, it works. If you put yourself in it and you want to be true, you be truthful and honest about you. What I teach you will work, will change your life. That's facts. That's all facts. Ain't no allegedly and all that bullshit. And I'm teaching you something I did to myself that changed my life. I'm not teaching you something that I read out of a book. I walked through my life and I got my self-love back, my self-confidence, my self-esteem. Your list goes on. Self-awareness, right? And the things I did, it worked. It worked. You just have to be willing to be honest and truthful about your shit. That's it. That's all, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Some people make it hard. Some people make it hard because they don't want to be honest about their shit. So some people make it hard for themselves, right? But it's not a hard thing. It's not hard. You just have to be willing to, like I said, to accept your shit, your own shit. Be truthful about your shit and accept it. And then once we figure out what the problems are, we can execute. But the problem comes in when you don't want to be honest and you trying to make yourself, oh, well, I don't do stuff like that. But, you know, but my husband or or my boyfriend, he does this, but I'm not into that. But you come with a bunch of bullshit. Because I call people out to you about that. Look, we not gonna waste each other time. I'm not being mean and nasty to you, but let's not waste each other time. If you're gonna be honest with me and truthful, I can work with you. But if you're not ready for that, then I can give your money back and you can go here about your business. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't accept all money. No, I don't. I don't accept all money. You know what I'm saying? I do not accept all money. If I see where you trying to run game and you're not being honest and stuff like that, I just give your money back. Let you go ahead. Because I really want to help people that want to change, not people that want to play games or, I don't have time for that. I really don't. So, yeah, I'll give you your money back real quick. I don't have no problem with that. Yes, I will. But I want to deal with people who want to help themselves. And I know I can help you if you want to help yourself. Sorry, say, we must remember if you're still breathing, time is still on the clock. That's right. That's right, sorry. Sorry, say one of the things Miss Lisa always teaches with any solution in life is to include the great Lord Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit as part of the solution. That's right. That's right. Sorry, say, please read the Holy Bible book of Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. Man should not live by bread alone. Come on now. And that's what I'm talking about. I have a calling. I know my calling. And let me tell you something. When you figure out your calling, right? It just does it changes your whole perspective on life, right? Once you work on yourself and you fix your inner self and things like that, you become healthier, right? I'm telling you, when you figure out my spiritual journey is becoming so strong, you know what I mean? And so powerful. When you figure out your calling, you can take your calling and do anything that you want to do with it. And you're going to be all right. You know what I mean? You're going to be all right. You don't have to worry about money. You don't have to worry about money because that's going to come. That's going to come without a doubt, right? You just got to worry about doing what you do, doing your calling and doing it the best that you know how to do. That's it. That's all. And I put the Most High first in everything. That's it. And I think that's why so many people struggle is because they don't want to accept themselves for who they really are. They want to put on all these masks. They want to tell lies to cover up this and to cover up that. Or they want to try to just act like they, they want to try to act like they one thing, but they really somebody else. And that's why so many of us run into a problem. That's why so many of us run into a problem because we just don't want to be honest about our shit. That's the most important thing when it comes to trying to make change and evolving is that you got to be willing to be honest about you. If nothing else, you got to know to be truthful about you. You understand what I'm saying? That is so important. That is really so important. But a lot of people, for whatever the reason, I don't know if they ashamed of themselves, because I'm quite sure that some people may be ashamed of some things they have done in their life. But guess what? We have all done something. Everybody got a story, right? You're going to allow that to hinder you? You're going to keep hiding that and hiding it and allowing it to hinder your life, because that's what it's doing. When you keep having to hide something, it's hindering your life. It's hindering you. It really is. You know, that's the best thing you could do. Just be truthful and honest about your shit. Because the things that you don't like about you, you can change them. I was just telling my daughter in here yesterday. I said, I said, always accept you for who you are. You can make changes, but always accept you for who you are first. Right? That's what I was telling her just here yesterday. The same way I come on here and talk to y'all, I talk like that to my children. Like, it ain't no front. This ain't no front. I don't just come on here and talk like this. I talk like this to my kids to tell you, I talk like this to them too. Because I want them to be better people and do better. You know? But yeah, I was just telling her that no matter what, don't don't start out saying, well, I dislike this about myself, or I dislike that about myself. No, just accept who you are for right now. Accept who you are and then make changes. That's important. Love who you are today. Love who you are. Then if you want to make changes, that's fine. But accept yourself for who you are. You got to live with you. Okay? You got to live with you. I don't have to live with you. You know what I mean? Don't nobody have to live with you, but you have to live with yourself. You have to be able to live with yourself. And that's just facts. So I say, please don't let your past block your present and destroy your future. If the great Lord Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit brought you through the Red Sea, why go back to Egypt? That's right. Tari say change is more than metal and paper in your pocket. I know that's right. That's right. You gotta, you know what I mean? That's important. You can change yourself, but always be willing to accept you for who you are at that point, at that moment. Right? Then you make your changes. Then you make your changes. But learn how to love yourself for who you are. You know, that's important. That self-love run deep. I'm telling you, it runs deep. And if you don't have it, I'm telling you, your life not going to be right. I have to be honest with you. If you don't have that self-love, right, your life not going to be right. It's just not. It's just not. How you going to live? How you going to live a life without loving yourself, without being able to love yourself? How does that work? I'm just curious of how does that work, you know? That would be very hard to do. Cause when I was using, I didn't love myself, and that was hard. I was miserable. I ain't gonna lie. I was miserable as hell. The only time that I felt all right is when I was high, right? When I was high. But if I wasn't high, I felt miserable about myself. I ain't gonna front. Seriously. I felt terrible about myself. In every era of my life, I felt terrible about myself. I really did. But through the grace and the most mercy, look what he can do. Mm, mm, mm. Very powerful. Very powerful. Yeah. Yeah. It took a lot. I went through a lot, but guess what? I don't regret it because it put me right where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? By things happening in my life the way they did, it put me right where I want to be, right where I need to be. Let's put it like that, right? I done found out my calling and everything. All in that a short time. I'm getting ready to take off, right? Things is just study. Every time I turn around, things are shifting in another direction. You know, God is awesome. Let me tell you. Tari said, we must remember you can't change another person's eyes. You can only control what you present in front of them. What they choose to see is up to them. Please don't look at yourself, though. Don't look at yourself through someone else's eyes. That's true. That is so true. And you know what? I was thinking about that today. Was it today? I was talking to somebody. And I was talking about that. We was talking about our children and stuff. And I was saying that, you know, I was saying how disrespectful the kids are today compared to when I was coming up, right? We weren't disrespectful. How dare you? You know what I mean? My mother ain't play that. My mother will plant her foot in your hind parts, right? And we wasn't trying to go through that. And so we didn't play that, disrespecting our elders. If I was on a bus, I got up. If the lady get on a bus and she older than me, I got up and let her sit down. Okay? Because that's what was respect. That was required of me. Okay? Whether my mom was around me or not. Respect. My mother always told me, respect will take you a long way. And that's facts, you know? But we was talking about how the kids are so disrespectful now. Like you can barely even talk to them because they just so disrespectful, you know? And I was saying to her, I said, you know, a lot of them are lacking self-love. And she said, well, I'm quite sure of that, but I don't think that's required for them to be disrespectful. I said, right, you don't. I say, but with me looking through my eyes and what I see, right? If they're lacking self-love, can you only imagine how they feel on a day-to-day, right? They go to bed angry. They wake up angry. And ain't no telling what's going on in their house. Feel me? They might have a mother who, when they lay down, she's fussing and cussing. When they get up, she fussing and cussing. They might not have food in the house. They might have parents that's addicts, right? You just don't know what they dealing with on a day-to-day basis. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault that this is what's going on. They have no control over the things that's going on because they are children. They're not adults, they children. So at the end of the day, you can only expect disrespect from them, right? Because they going through a lot. But they only children. You can't expect for a child to think like an adult. You understand what I'm saying? You can't expect for a child to think like an adult. If they angry, then that's what you're going to get, anger. They don't know how to say, well, this person ain't did nothing to me, so I'm not going to be angry with them. No, they don't know how to say that. They children. They don't know how to think like adults think. So they're angry. And that's what you're going to get from them most of the time, anger. They don't care who it is. They angry. Their life is not right at home. They don't feel safe at home. Half the time they don't know where their next meal might come from. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a lot. It's a lot when you're a child and you don't you're not really being taken care of like you should. It's a lot. That's a whole lot. Some of these parents today don't even talk to their kids. The tablet is raising them. The computer is raising them. The phone. You get what I'm saying? Some of these kids don't even have conversations with their parents. Some of these kids don't even hear, I love you. Some of these kids don't even get a conversation where as though you say, you know, uh, love yourself. You know, where my mother always told us, love ourselves and things like that. My mother had talks with us, conversations with us. These kids today ain't even having conversations with their parents. So what do you expect from them? You know, what do you expect out of them if they not getting what they need? You know what I mean? You can't expect for so much from them. They children. They children. They looking for somebody to guide them. You know what I mean? They need somebody to guide them along the way and teach them because they don't know. It's sad. It's really a sad situation, you know. But it was a good conversation we had, but it's really sad because a lot of kids are going through some stuff, man, because they don't get, treated right at home. Some of them, the parents don't even tell them they love them. You know, it's sad. It's not right. It's not right. A child should not have to grow up feeling unsafe, right? Wondering where am I going to eat? You know, am I going to get something to eat before I go to bed? You know, kids shouldn't have to go through that. And let me tell you something. It ain't just parents out here that's on drugs that's doing it. It's parents out here that's doing that ain't even on no drugs. Real talk. It's parents out here that's doing it that ain't even, you know what I mean? They ain't even on no drugs. And they treat the kids, like that. But some parents had kids too soon. They wasn't even ready for the children. You know, they were still a child themselves before they had the kids. Babies having babies. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I just pray, I just pray for the kids. Pray for them and hope that, things get better for them as they get older. But parents got to start doing better too. Some of these parents out here got to start taking a stand too and becoming more a part of the children's lives. You know, stop being friends with them and start being their parent. They need a mommy and a daddy, not a home girl or a home guy. They don't need that. They need somebody that's going to give them some guidance, somebody that's going to give them some love, somebody that's going to talk them talks they need to talk, talk to them about what they need to talk to them about. Yeah, this is what our children need today. Somebody that say, I love you. Grab them and hug them and hold them. I love you. You know, this is what our children need today. It's hard out here. It's a lot going on out here in this world. And I don't even have to get into the fact of the color of our skin. I ain't even got to go into that. Okay? These kids got enough on their plate as it is. They really do. They got enough on their plate. The last thing they need is to have to come home and they don't know if they're going to be able to eat when they get there. They don't know what's going to happen when they get there. This is the type of life that some of the children, some of the kids are living. This is the way some of them are living. So some of us as parents, we have to do better. You can't blame the children because they children. They children. You can't blame them. But some of the parents got to do better. They got to do better. Sorry said we must remember, one, the mother is by biology, the mommy is by choice. Two, the father is by biology, the daddy is by choice. Parents are a child's first school teacher. Biology doesn't, wait a minute, biology doesn't a equal being a parent. Oh, wait a minute. Biology doesn't equal being a parent. Okay, got you. That's right, Jerry. That's right. And I understand that some situations the father is not there, okay? Or some situations the mother is not there. I understand that. But you can work that out too. It's a way that you can work that out. My children father wasn't there for them, okay? So it's a way that you can work that out too. And I'm gonna tell you something that worked for me. Be honest. Be on honesty. Let me tell you, some people may not agree with it, but honesty helped me. Honest, just being honest. Do you hear what I say? Just being honest with my children. Oh, helped for real. It really did. It helped me in a lot of ways. Just being honest with them, not lying to them and stuff like that. That is something. If I felt like it was something that they wasn't ready to know, then I say, we'll talk about that some other time, right? If I felt like they was something bit me, y'all. If I felt like they weren't ready, for that conversation, then I would say, we'll talk about that some other time. Not right now. I don't think you quite ready for that. But we'll talk about that, you know? But no, I didn't go at them with the lies. No, no. That caused more problems when you're lying. When you start lying to your children, that cause problems. Okay, that ain't gonna do nothing but cause problems. It's gonna cause confusion and chaos. For real. You got to be honest with them. You got to be honest with them. You got to be honest with them, with your kids. Seriously. You cannot you can't be lying to them and stuff. It causes a lot of chaos and confusion when you lie to them. Because then you got to go back and you got to make it right eventually. You know what I'm saying? Or they're going to find out the truth, one or the other. Come on now. I don't agree with that. If it's something you're not ready to talk about, then you say that. Look, I'm not ready to talk about that right now. You know what I mean? But to just be lying to them, I don't agree with that. I really don't. That's just me. I don't agree with it. But hey, To each his own. Excuse me for a minute, y'all. I'm back, y'all. That was my son. But yeah, yeah, just don't be telling them lies and stuff. It's best to be honest. For me, it worked for me being honest. It worked for me. We must remember when a child can't believe a parent and a parent has a deficit in the bank of trust, the parent loses all ability to reach the child in a genuine way. Trust is the foundation of any relationship. That's right. That's right. And if a child find out they can't trust their parents, you know, hey, that causes a lot of problems and chaos, I'll tell you. When they find out you've been lying to them, you know what I mean? That it creates a lot of problems. Just be honest. Or if it's something you don't want to talk about yet, say, we're not going to talk about that right now. Let's wait, let you get a little older, we'll talk about that. You know what I mean? If you think it's something that they not ready for. But I do feel like parents have to really plug in. We gotta really plug into the kids. It's a lot going on out here. And if you don't plug into your children, you're gonna lose them. You're gonna lose them to the streets and stuff. You gotta be on top of them and see what's going on with them. Let them know you love them and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like really, because the times have changed. The times are nothing like it was when I was coming up. You know, so now you really have to, like, seriously, you really got to be in your child's life. You got to be paying attention to what's going on, your teenagers and stuff and everything. You got to. You got to, like I said, because if you don't, you're going to lose them to the streets and stuff. Like, seriously, you should be, like, far as your girls, and the boys, you should be making sure they ain't trying to make no babies and stuff. They ain't out there screwing and stuff like that. I mean, like, really. You really should be, in your child's life and knowing what's going on, because times have really changed. They not like they used to be. So I don't know. These kids are so disrespectful today, though. It's really sad. It's sad. And like I said, everything starts at home. Everything starts at home. Okay. And I'm gonna leave that right there. Everything starts at home. We can't blame children because they children. They just that, children. They need somebody to guide them, and you know what I mean, and tell them what to do. They can't do stuff on their own. They need somebody to tell them what to do. They need a strong foundation. They need what you call it? What the word I'm looking for? They need the stability, and stuff. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I hope whoever needs to hear it run across it, and get something out of it. Because it's real, like we do. Like the parents, we gotta do better with these kids. These kids are very disrespectful, and it's not cute. It's not cute at all. It really isn't. It really isn't. Times have really changed a lot compared to when I was coming up. Seriously. We didn't think about disrespecting elders, our elders. Real talk. We didn't think about that type of stuff. No way. No way. But hey, sometimes, like I said, I don't put blame on the children, because if they weren't taught, then they don't know. Okay? If you don't teach them, they don't know. So you can't put blame on the kids. But see, this is a conversation a lot of people don't want to have. You understand? Or people going to get in their feelings. When you say certain stuff, people going to get in their feelings. I don't care about that. My concern is the children. And children should not be disrespectful. And I don't blame the kids. I blame the parents. Because the parents should teach the children. That's what it's about. It's our responsibility to teach them. They can't grow up by themselves. Because when they do, they don't know. If you haven't taught them about respect, how they going to know it? You got to teach them. Tari said, we must remember money does not equal love. Most children want to be in a safe place and have open communication with their parents. The things a parent buys will fade away. The knowledge given. That's right. That's right. Yes, the knowledge given lasts forever. Them little talks that you had with your children, to this day, my daughters and them bring up talks and stuff that we had. When I used to walk my sons to school, they bring up talks and stuff that we had back then. And you're right, the knowledge never goes away. It never goes away. That is so true. You got to teach your children. You can't just let your kids go out here and let them go for what they know. You got to teach them. You got to teach them. I don't know. But then sometimes you got to look at it like this too. Some of the parents ain't been taught. That's why the kids ain't been taught. Because some of the parents haven't been taught. And then some people want to get mad at you and stuff like that because you want to try to help, or you know what I mean? Try to help or whatever. People want to get mad and get defensive and stuff like that. That's not helping you. Take heed to the mistakes you have made and learn from them. Take heed to your mistakes. Recognize your mistakes and learn from them. Don't keep it going. Don't keep it going. Knowledge given to a child will last a lifetime. That's right. My greatest memories of my parents were all of the positive life advice they gave me to help me navigate the world. I can't tell you what happened to the toys I received on my 6th birthday. I know that's right, Tari. That's what I be telling. That's what I say all the time. Them toys and them parties and stuff, it's all good. But having a talk with them, walking and talking with them, they remember that. My grandson, I do it with my grandson. He always remember what I done told him. He always remember the things that I tell him. Because that's what it's about. That's what you got to do. But I'm getting off here, y'all. I done passed my hour mark. I enjoyed the conversation. I hope y'all did too. I love y'all. Love you, Tari. I hope you feel better. And thank you for being here with me and supporting me the way you do. Tari say, seeds are the positive things of life and the light of life. That's right. That's right. And if the parents don't step up and step in, then you lose your children. That's how I look at it. We got to do better. We got to do better. And if you don't know, then try to find somebody that can help you find out. You know what I'm saying? That's why I talk about the things that I talk about on here, so that people that don't know can find out. You know, every video, I think every video I made, you can get something out of it. You can learn something from every video that's on my channel. Every video. Real talk, you know? Tari say weeds are the negative things of life and the darkness of life. That's right. Tari had a faith circle, prayer circle, wisdom circle, and inspiration circle. We must remember the great Lord Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit had a faith circle of 12 disciples. No man is an island unto themselves. That's right, Tari. That is so true. I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, Tari, for being here and engaging with me. I really appreciate you. And Lord's willing, I will see y'all on the next one. Okay? Don't forget to repent and pray. Okay? And again, Montgomery Pets is sponsoring this video. Montgomery Pets is a pet store that will be opening tomorrow. So go on over there and put your email and stuff in. You know, if you got pets and you want to buy coats, clothes, or whatever for your pets, go on over there and put your email in. So when that store open up, you will get notified. Okay. I love you all. Thank you all so much. Please hit the like button. Just share and subscribe. And make sure your notification bell says all so that when I go live, you will get notified. Love you guys. Catch you on the next one.